welcome to my creative space. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Welcome to another DIY video. If you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe and join this creative squad. Today's video I am so excited about because all of these DIYs turned out beautiful and I know you will love them, so let's get started. For this project, I'm using this bunny wood cutout from Dollar Tree. I'm also going to use this scrap piece of wood. You could use a Dollar Tree sign. I'm also going to use some floral foam, some greenery, these cute, really sparkly eggs, and I'm also going to use some white and some Waverly wax. Okay, first things first, I'm going to paint this piece of wood. As you can see, it was previously used in another project. So all I'm going to do is give it one good coat of white paint and then we'll put it to the side to dry. Okay, now I am going to remove the ears off of this bunny because we're going to be painting those a different color. Just if you do this project and you want to do this step, be careful with that because they're really easy to break. As you can see, I kind of struggle, but they end up coming off. So now after that is done, I am going to go ahead and paint my bunny. I am going to give it a very good coat of paint. Actually, I think I gave it 2 coats of paint, but it all depends on what kind of paint you're using. So I do front and back, and then I'll put it to the side. Now for the ears, I am going to use my Waverly wax and I'm going to stain them. I am using just a regular paper towel for this process. It was really easy and simple to do. I wax both the ears and the little tail, and then I'll leave them to the side for the next step. Okay, the next step is to glue back the ears and the tail. So I will be using hot glue for this process. I didn't have any problems. Everything glued fine. So we're going to glue both of the ears. I'm kind of pushing it down to make sure the glue gets like flat, if that makes any sense. Okay, for the next step, I am going to glue both the rabbit and the wooden piece that is going to be the base. Now I cut my floral foam into these really skinny pieces. I thought it was going to be the best, but honestly, leave them a little bit thicker because I do end up adding more. And as you are gluing the floral foam, make sure that you glue it to both the bunny and the base, because I kind of did double the work because I was just gluing it to the bunny and then later I glue all of it down, which didn't make any sense. I don't know why I did it, but here we are. It ended up working out, so that's good. Okay, after I glue down my floral foam, I am going to use this green moss and I'll add a little bit of hot glue to hold it in place, just to kind of like make sure that it's not going to be flying away everywhere. I want to make sure that some of it stays in place, but of course I don't want to cover up the whole floral foam because I am going to be adding some greenery. Now after that is done, I am going to grab random pieces of greenery I had, and these have been used in many different projects, so they're already cut into pieces, but you could use whatever you have, whatever you like. And here, have fun, add whatever you want. This is what I end up doing with mine. Kind of just added random pieces. I added some lavender, some really cute purple flowers, and you know, it's Easter, spring, have fun, add whatever colors you want. After that, I decided I wanted to add a few of these roses. They are from Dollar Tree, and then I really love these eggs and I've been dying to use them since I bought them. So I'm going to use 4 different colors. As you can see, I'm going to use this really cute blue, and then I'll use pink, purple, and yellow, and I just placed 4 on each side, and I was absolutely in love with them. I love how sparkly they are, and again, I have been dying to use these, and I think this project turned out beautiful. That is all for this project. Now here is the end result. I love how this project turned out. To me, it looks very high-end. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on this DIY. Also, don't forget to subscribe because there's new videos every week and you don't want to miss them. For my next project, I will be using this cute wood cutout bunnies. I'm also going to be recycling this sign that I used in one of my past videos. As you can see, can you remember? Can you tell me which one it is? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm also using this scrap piece of wood, and I will be using some stain as well as some vinyl. Okay, I'm starting with the black sign, and as you can see, it has a pumpkin because it's from Dollar Tree from the fall season. So I want to get rid of that part. So I'll just mark it with a pencil or a pen, and then I'll just cut that piece off with my hacksaw. Any information or any tools or paint will be linked and listed in my description box. Okay, while I stain my lumber, I wanted to let you know that it doesn't have to be lumber. Dollar Tree does sell these long, thick signs that would work perfect for this project. I was trying to find them online. I could not find them, so I will, if I do find them, I will link them down below so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Moving on, now it's time to use our bunnies, and I did use some vinyl in my Cricut machine to cut out my daughter's name, my husband's name, and my name, and I decided to leave my bunnies alone. I did not paint them because I like the color on this wood, and but you're more than welcome to do so if you like, if you end up recreating it. Okay, so I decided to give my cute bunnies personalities according to, you know, each of us. So for my daughter, I decided to create two cute little bows, and I just used the Dollar Tree pink burlap ribbon. I just cut it very skinny, and as you can see, I just tied a really cute little bow, and then I added two of these little roses. These ones I bought them during the Valentine's Day season, so I just glued them on top of the pink little bows that I created. And then for mine, I just did one little bow, and I did one rose in a different color, and that's all I did with mine. And for my husband's, I just left it alone because he's a boy and I'm sure he does not want a bow. Okay, next step is a time to start putting these pieces together. So I grabbed my black sign and I am going to glue my bunnies into place. I decided to do my daughter in the middle and then my husband and I to the side. And it's just because, you know, she is our daughter, so I wanted her to be in the middle. But, you know, you could arrange them however you want. This is what I decided to do with mine, and as you can see, I'm hot gluing them into place. Once that is done, we are going to move on to adding personalizing this sign, which, you know, our last name is Duran, so I decided to, you know, personalize it as the Duran's family established 2013. That's when me and my husband got married, so, and that's when we officially started our family. So I decided to add it. I used my Cricut machine to cut these words and or I guess letters. And yeah, I'm just going to edit it. Once that is done, I am going to put these pieces together. So I grabbed an extra piece of wood. You could use tumbling blocks if you don't have this. Just glue it down, and then now I am going to add some more glue to the back piece, and that is where our black sign is going to sit. And that is all for this project. Now here is the end result. I am absolutely in love with this one, and I know I say that a lot about a lot of my projects, but I really do love all of these projects. This one is so cute, and yeah, it's one of my favorites for sure. For my next project, I'm going to be using this sign, the glass candle holder, as well as this knob, and I'm also going to use some vinyl and some white paint. Okay, I'm going to start with this sign, and I want to remove the words that this has. So I removed the word home. It was kind of like the laser cut out, so I kind of scrape it off as much as I could, and then I went in with some acetone. The black letters did came out very easy, but the other part where the word home was glued was kind of hard. I kind of had to use this screwdriver to scrape it off, and at the end it ended up working out. This is what it ended up looking after I removed it. Now we're going to use the other side that it's clean, and I'm going to place my vinyl cutouts or my decals, and as you can see, I just added it on there, and then I kind of messed up and like pulled the letter E, so I had to fix it. And once I did that, we are going to move on to the next. So I decided to make this sign that says Easter Bunny Steps Here. So the word bunny, I end up using this lettering that has some cute ears. And now I am going to paint the knob and my candle holder. As you can see, the candle holder has some spots where it's missing paint. So I'm just going to kind of go over it and paint it again. I'll give it another coat. And the knob, I had it on hand, but you can get any knobs and, you know, paint them in the color you're going to need them. Okay, now for the candle holder, I need to fill in the hole. So I added a little piece of floral foam, and then I use this spackling to cover up the hole and kind of make it even, because it was not covered up completely. Once it was completely covered, I end up giving it a coat of paint at the top, just so everything is even and it looks like it was meant to be like that. Once it dried, I added some hot glue to the top, and now I'm going to place my cute little sign right on top. And we are almost done. All that's left is to glue the knob into place, and that completes this project. Now let me show you how cute this turned out. Look at it. It's so cute, and it was so easy to make, so easy to recreate. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this project, if you're going to be recreating it, and subscribe to this channel. For this project, I will be using this plastic egg. I'm also going to need a base. I will be using this wooden piece I had on hand. You could use the wooden plates that the Dollar Tree sells. I'm also going to use some greenery, some foam, eggs, and I will be using some floral foam, as well as these flower laser cutouts from Dollar Tree, and some white paint. Okay, we're going to start with the egg, and I'm going to be gluing these two pieces together. I don't want these to come apart, so I will be gluing them with some hot glue. Once they are completely glued together, I am going to move on to adding the flowers. These are laser cutouts. It comes in a pack of 6. I am repurposing them from last project. If you saw my last video, then you know exactly what project that is. And if you have not watched it, it will be right here showing up right now. If you're interested, you should go check it out, because I did came out with some really cute spring decor ideas. But anyway, this is what our egg is looking like. Now I decided to add some of these Dollar Tree gems. I kind of just placed them randomly, and then once that was done, I remember I was supposed to create a hole at the very top. So here we are. After I glue all my flowers, I had to go in there and kind of cut one of the flowers off, which it ends up looking good anyway. But definitely do this process before you glue anything to your egg. And this tool is like one of those wood engraving tools. I will link it down below if you're interested, but that's what I use to cut the hole. Once that is done, I am going to create a mixture of my white and baking soda. This part is obviously optional. This is what I decided to do with mine, because I wanted it to have more texture and also make the paint look more like a chalk paint. But you can absolutely paint this like any color. You can even use spray paint if you want. But this is what I decided to do with mine. Now, after it's done, I will sit it on top of a stick and a floral foam to make sure it dries without touching anything. Okay, as you can see, I marked the middle on this piece, and then I am taking my drill and I'm creating a hole. This is so we can add our screw. This screw is going to hold the egg into place because it's not flat at the bottom, so we need something to hold it. Now I'm just finding the middle on the egg, and then with the same hot tool, I will create a hole right there, because this is not flat, so it will not stay still if I add some glue, and I didn't want to add some hot glue to it. So now I'm just going to sit it right in the middle, and then now all I'm going to do is screw this screw into place. And after that is done, I am going to sit it, and voila, it's standing. Now it's time to have fun. So I am going to add this floral foam right in the middle, and I did try to glue it to make sure it's not going to be moving. And then once that is done, now I am going to add my greenery. I end up using one of these picks from Dollar Tree. I cut all the pieces individually, and they have this really cute yellow flowers and like a purple lavender. And then I took 4 of the foam eggs and I added some skewers and I added them into the arrangement, and that completes this project. Now here is the end result. I think this egg turned out super cute and I really love it. Give this video a thumbs up if you think this egg is cute, and let me know in the comments down below. For this project, I'm using this 3 cute bunnies. It cost me $3. I did purchase this from Dollar Tree from their new section. I'm using this scrap of wood, and I will be using some greenery as well as some candles and candle holders and this stain. Now I am going to start by staining my lumber. Again, it doesn't have to be lumber. You can use Dollar Tree thicker steins. You could use 1, you could use 2 and glue them together, and it will give you the exact same look. Now, once my wooden piece has dried, all I have to do is attach my bunnies to my base, and I decided to leave my bunnies the way they were because I love the color they have, but feel free to paint them. Now, all you need is something to attach the 2 pieces together. You could use tumbling blocks. I could not find my tumbling blocks, so I am using these other wooden pieces I had. These bunnies were from Dollar Tree, and if you're interested in seeing exactly where I found them, check out the video that will show up right here at the top. Now for the next step, I took 4 glass candle holders. Now you're gonna see 3 and like this metal lid because I did not have the candle holders I needed, so I had to finish the video and then, you know, add them later. So I just placed them there so I could start adding the greenery. I cut these pieces individually. I used 2 little picks from Dollar Tree, and you know, you pick your own greenery. This is what I decided to use. Here is what it's looking like once all the greenery is added. Now all that's left is to add this cute foam egg. And feel free to glue them. I decided mine were just going to be loose and I absolutely love it. Now here is the very next day. I went and bought me 4 candle holders from Dollar Tree and I love these ones better. And that is all for this project. And actually that is all for this video. I absolutely love every single one of these DIYs. I think they all look high end. Let me know in the comments down below if you had a favorite in this video. Do not forget to subscribe before you leave and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next DIY. Bye.